Good morning everybody, this is Sharon from Glenfield Grange, and today's video is about all these miniatures I have stashed away in my empty Rose's chocolate tin. And as you can see, it holds quite a few. Some of them have been brought and some of them I've adapted or made. And there's so many, I'm not sure whether I can show you all of them. Hopefully we'll get round to it. Another thing I'd like to share with you is what I've been doing over the Christmas period. And that is, I've been making a little miniature bookshop. There's the light that turned on. The light that turns it on is on the top of the box, like that. And these are called book nooks, and this is the owl. Let me just get that into focus. The owl bookstore. And it comes in a flat packet. It was a present. It was one of my presents for Christmas. It comes in flat pack, and you press the pieces out and you stick them together. Or they press together. Most of them actually press together. But you need a little bit of glue for some of the parts. Is that better? On top of the tin. I think that's better, isn't it? You need glue for some of the parts, and it's quite amazing really the amount of detail you get in these. It's run, the little lights come with it, little LED lights. This is only a small kit. You can get very large ones and they have about 3 or 4 lights. This is where the battery goes in the back, 2 AA batteries. You can get them off of Amazon. They've got a nice selection on Amazon. And as you can see, they're very detailed. And if you do decide to get one, they're called book nooks, and you can get, they're supposed to be, we've got shelves with lots of books in, and they're supposed to fit in, so you've got your books either side. It's supposed to fit in between the books, and you press the light on and you've got a lovely little scene. But there's so many different types, and this one, try and get one that has that's clear plastic, which keeps all the dust off. The little door opens, and can you see inside? I'm pointing the camera, I've got no idea what I'm showing you, but you can see that there's a grandfather clock, there's an ancient book at the front. There was some of the books were already made up, you just press them out. Some of the books you stick the covers on, you have like stickers for the covers, and you press the wood out and then you cover them up. But it's a really relaxing thing to do in between your doll's housing, and I think it's rather lovely. It sits on by the side of my computer at the moment. It should be going on the bookshelf, but my husband's done a larger one, and It is really beautiful. It's actually got, some of them you get extras in it, and it's got 4 lights, and it's got a crystal glass globe, and there's about 130 books in his, and mine, I think mine had about 30. But they're really amazing, even if you try one. I'm not sure if I could do a really big one because I've got so much on with my doll's housing at the moment. That's the Owl Bookstore, Book Nook. That's the side. It says Books Never Die, Owl Bookstore. And as you go around the back, that's the back. And it says on that one, Let Your Soul Travel. It's all about reading books. So after the musical intro, I'm going to show you what's inside my roses, empty roses chocolate tin. Lots of different miniatures. Hope you enjoy. Catch you later. Hello and welcome back. And here we have my miniatures tin. These are only the my small miniatures that might get lost, ready to go in my doll's houses. My large furniture, or 1/12 scale furniture, and other bits and pieces, garden ornaments, are in boxes in my cupboard down there. But these are the small bits that might get lost or probably taken by our little puppy if I'm not careful, so I have to keep him somewhere. And here we go. And there's rather a lot of them, as you can see. I hope we get through them all, but I'm not sure if we will. I'll put them back in there. Some things shouldn't be in here. I've got these little perspex stands which belong to my husband, and he collects minerals, and these are little stands, but I picked them up because I thought they might be useful for something, because I'm always doing that, picking things up that might be useful for making things. The first thing I'd like to show you is this lovely globe. This is a globe that's going into a new doll's house, and I think it's lovely. The globe spins round. I'm not sure how accurate the places are on it. I can't seem to find England. I think I found what looks like Africa, but I just think it looks really lovely with the brass and that colour globe. That's the first little treasure. I won't put them in the bags because it would take too long. My second miniature is a lovely map of the world for a doll's house. Not a map of we'd probably have, but it's like an old map of the world. And then we've got a gorgeous little kettle, cast iron, and to go with that, I know there is something somewhere. I'll probably come to it in a minute. Oh, I've got to show you this. These are my scales. Lovely red scales with a little plate that goes on there, and there should be a weight. I know I would lose that. It's somewhere anyway, but there's a little black weight that goes on there. If I come to it, I'll show it to you. And that moves up and down, just ever so slightly. But I love the red enamel and the black dish. My next thing is, there's so many I can't choose. Oh, it's a sundial. I think it's a sun dial. I think it is. But I thought that went with the globe wonderfully. You turn it round, all brass coloured, and that'll go lovely in my new doll's house. Next we have, oh yes, I made these. Come out. And here we've got 3 tiny chalices. two now because one's fallen down. But they're made out of findings. That was a small finding for the base, and that was a larger one for the cup. So it's a small finding for the base and a larger one for the cup. I tried using tacky glue and it wouldn't hold these metal findings. So in the end it had to be a spot of super glue. I try not to use too much super glue because I am so clumsy. Oh, here's the other one. I'm so clumsy I'll probably glue my fingers together. There they are, 3 wonderful chalices. And the next thing are these. These are so cute. I just had to get them. And it's a little rack of test tubes. The test tubes come out. They're not glass, they're plastic, but they look like glass. And they're wonderful. Try and get out to the camera. Is it focusing? Yeah. I love them. To go with the kettle, found it, is a Brown Betty teapot. I don't know why they're called Brown Betty teapots, but I love the shape of the spout. I love the shape of the way it sits on a table. And it's so homely. And the lid comes off. I'll have to put a little bit of tacky wax on that to stop it falling off. The next item I bought was this lovely jardiniere and top. And I'm not sure, but I'm thinking about using the top as a holder. This was an outside light for the garden. It was a string of lights, but during the storms and that, they all broke off. But I wanted a crystal ball, and I thought that would look lovely as a crystal ball in there. Perhaps sit it on the stand to make a feature. I'd have to fix that in there securely, but I really love that as a crystal ball. I think it's very, very good. Then we've got some more pots and pans. Lovely little brass. I don't know if they're real brass or they're brass coloured metal, but they look like brass. And I love to see these on a range or a stove. I think they look great. That's the first set of brass, and then I've got some more. These are slightly squarer saucepans. There's a little pan there. And there's another little saucepan. I hope you can see those all right. And they look lovely on a range in the kitchen, or just on the shelf. Then we've got the mirror. I always love mirrors. This is a nice oval mirror, perhaps for a bathroom or a dressing room. It's lovely. This is my other mirror. It's quite a lot thicker, this one. Quite heavy. I'm not sure of a tacky wax to hold that up. It might have to be hot glue, this. But it's a real mirror inside, and it's got the really nice frames around there, which I picked out in gold. You can't have too many frames, I think. And then we've come to bag of flour. £50 oatmeal flour with a little scoop. I might take that scoop off so the sack of flour's just sitting there. And put that on the worktop. Something that took me ages to find, but I found it in the end. Because I really wanted to do an open fire with a little cauldron. A little cauldron hanging over the open fire with something bubbling inside. I was thinking about making some sort of dish, meal in there out of Fimo clay. Then we've got, I was a bit disappointed when when this came, because on the picture, I wanted a standpipe, and on the picture it looked like it was metal, but it is in fact wood, and it's very thin wood as well. So I might use it, or I might try to get a different one. Because in some houses they had standpipes in the kitchen, and I thought that would be a bit different. We've got jelly moulds. And I'm looking for something I was making the other day. These are lovely. These look lovely anywhere in the kitchen, on the wall, on shelves, on the kitchen table. I love jelly moulds. Brass coloured jelly moulds. Here we've got a drying rack, which you can hang up by the fire or the oven. We've got these. Which is a hanging basket hook for a garden, hanging basket. But I was thinking if I turned it up this way, it would be good for the I'll put it away. It would be good for the pot to hang on to. This is a little miniature I made for the kitchen. It's a pestle and mortar. This was made out of air dry clay. And it's just a rough looking stone little pestle and mortar. I might try to give it a marble look, but I quite like it like that, or grey granite would be nice. Home Sweet Home. These are two little books. And although I've got plenty of books in the library, I've never had books with real pages in, which I thought was really cute because you could put some words in there when you started your doll's house and other little things. And it's something to look back on. And I've just put two little stickers on there. Aha! And there's the little tiny weight that should have gone on the scales. Another mirror. I really like the shape of this mirror, but I don't like the plasticky look to it, the frame. So it's a real mirror, but the plastic frame will have to be painted or given some kind of effect before I use that one. Two little towels made out of socks. A lovely glass, and it's real glass. Cake stand or cheese stand. That's really pretty. For the kitchen. And I must show you these. I'm really pleased with these. These are some candlesticks I've made. They look like they're all in one. Let me show you. They're all in one, but there's a finding on the bottom. Then you've got the long piece. And then a little finding on the top, and I had to stick those with super glue as well. And candles, I've made out of cotton tip. You know the cotton bud, the cotton bud shaft there, a little bit of black cotton stuck in the middle, and I've them upright on a piece of card and I've got the hot glue gun. I let it drip down the cotton bud stem to make it look like it's a candle that's been used and the wax has dripped down. I think that looks really nice. I've got some more candles somewhere. That was one set of candlesticks, and I've got another set of candlesticks, so I guess just get the candles out. And they were done in the same way. They look like they've been well used. And that again was a different finding for the stem. A small one for a base and a different one for the candle holder. So there's 3 findings stuck with super glue to make these lovely candlestick holders. There are all my candles. I'm sure I had more, but I don't know where they've gone. This is why I keep my small things in one place, because I'd be sure to lose them. The next thing is a milk churn. Metallic milk churn. Only my one says morning dew. Just to be different. And I've painted, it was all very silvery, but I've put some black and orangey colour on it to make it look a little bit more used and old. A sweet little tea set. I'll roll my gloves back for that because it's bound to get caught. A sweet little tea set. Strawberry tea set with the teapot. The little plates. Sugar. And a milk jug. And your little cups. And lids. Isn't that lovely? Some more pictures. These are in sets of 2. There's 2 floral ones. Which are rather nice. And 2 kitty ones. I like those. Something to think about is I sent for a glass dome or a plastic dome, but it didn't have a cork base, so I've had to make one that'll be painted dark brown eventually. And now all I've got to do is think of something to put in here, like would be a stuffed animal, or perhaps a flower spray would look nice. So that's something that's on my to-do list. I've got that to do, think about. And I've got these lovely ornate mouldings to go on the wall. They probably go like that either side perhaps, or like that with something on them. A little statue. They were just plain white, but I did give them a little bit of a paint over. But I really like those. We've got I don't know why I ordered this really. I think it's for doing a garden. But it's a teeny tiny little tortoise. And it reminds me of the one I had, well, if it was painted with some brown paint. I was thinking of the one I used to have as a young girl called Toby. And everyone had tortoises then. And you'd quite often find a strange tortoise that had wandered in from someone else's garden. And it wasn't your tortoise, it was somebody else's. That used to be quite funny. And you'd be knocking on the door of the different neighbours, ask them if they'd lost their tortoise. I had to get this because it said that it's actually printed, and I was curious to see if it was. And every page has got something, some diagrams. I can't say I can read it because the words are so tiny, and I don't even know if they make up words, but they look like words. It's got printing and diagrams on it. But it just interested me. It's got a little clasp on there. That's a Bible. And have I dropped anything underneath? No, can't see on this pattern on this tablecloth because it's this covering, because it's so. Hi, sorry about that abrupt ending to my video. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye because my camera died on me. I must have worked it too hard showing you all the things in my roses tin. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Please like, comment and subscribe if you can. Catch you later. Blessings, Sharon.